All right, guys, let's talk about, and Bill, I said going to break, you're going to give us a master's class on bunting, squeeze plays, the whole thing. Dive into it.
Well, considering this is DeRo's bit, I'm interested to see how I pull this master class off.
When I have you on
honestly. No, I've seen a couple of the bunt plays, and I think there's some things that we can certainly discuss and have a real good time while we're doing it.
As I watch the games, nightly basis, whenever you see first and third, what does the announcer say?
Well, they say if you put the ball down, you can't defend it.
You can't defend it.
And there is some truth to that.
Yeah.
And I think, but what you can defend, in a lot of those cases, what happens goes wrong. They try to make a great play at home plate early in ball games, and then people are running around the bases like merry-go-round. So run scores. Like, we're going to talk about this. If it's first and third, and you bunt the ball fairly firm towards the first baseman in the safety squeeze,
odds are run's scoring.
Run's going to score because the first baseman has to hold the guy on first base. So that's the area that you go. And yes, you can score a run, but where it goes haywire is people try to do too much and get this out. And next thing you know, there's second and third, one out. Next guy gets a base hit. Now there's 3 runs in. Take the out that you can get. I've yet to see this thing really executed very well, 8th or 9th inning.
Yeah.
When that's the time you think, okay, let's put this ball down and let's get that go-ahead run. It seems like they're trying to play for a 3-run when it's tied in the 8th and the 9th instead of just getting that one biscuit.
You led the American League in sack bunts one year.
I did. And I
was asked to bunt as a young player coming up. I don't think a lot of guys truly know how to bunt. I didn't know how to bunt when I first got to the big leagues. I learned it as I kept coming up through the minor leagues and backfield. But there's so much to dive into, from myself moving, playing a little third, a little short, a little second base. I knew my brain second base when I had bunt plays, and Derek Lee would be like, you got ball, you got bag. I'm like, I'm trying to dog this dude at second. I can't be everywhere.
Right.
So there's confusion. I just wanted to have you out here, masterclass. Take us through it. Boom. DJ LeMahieu, we'll get into a bunt right here. Okay.
Freeze it first of all.
Freeze this.
I'd love to talk about what we were talking about here. It's first and third, and there's 1 out.
1-0 game.
And
early.
It's a 1-0 game. You're the New York Yankees.
And who's on deck?
Well, Aaron Judge is. And look, I like runs scored.
Yeah.
I like putting the biscuit, across home plate and everything's good. And this is the primary example that we were talking about as far as DJ bunts the ball towards the first base side. The run's going to score.
He does everything right.
No doubt about it. Yeah. That's the indefensible part. And I actually like what the Angels did because they took the out. They walk Judge because you already said that he's on deck.
And I wonder if DJ's thinking that, right? I just think they're scuffling offensively. I can't imagine Booney put safety squeeze on in this situation.
I would not.
This was done, in my opinion, by DJ trying to get it going. I don't think he'll try it again.
No.
This year.
Probably not. Play it again. So just play it and let's watch what happens, because the execution part is he's pushing the ball to the right side, which is nice.
Perfect.
This guy sees it come down. We get the out, right? You walk Judge as it moves on. But the biscuit is going to score. And that's the prime example. You saw the first
Take the out.
Right. You take the out, and then you have some things to work with. Freeze this for me, because I want to set this up, because this is an interesting case. Back when you mentioned that I led the American League, I think it was 17. I think Jay Bell one year, and we forgot, Jay Bell went 30 bridge too later on in his career, but Pittsburgh, I think he had 30 sack bunts one year. And Pittsburgh scored an awful lot of in first inning when he was hitting second.
Yeah.
They scored a lot of runs. That was Jimmy Leland's day back with the Buccos. They were pretty good as it happened. The game, as far as the use of the bunt, we've kind of gotten away with it, right? So there's several plays that you put on when it's first and second, no outs.
Yeah. What play do you like?
Well, I like the third baseman coming in and getting the out, removing
shortstop. You like the wheel?
No, I like him going to second. I like the first baseman if he wants to come in to get it. I want an out.
So you're giving up third base?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Because if I want the manager to come in and have the ability to say, let's walk, go to bases loaded, 1 out, and then we can do some stuff. But anyway, there's a couple plays that you can put in. If in this case the first baseman is charging,
yes,
okay, and the third baseman is staying back,
where's the pitcher got to be?
You got to go this way first when you release the ball. It doesn't happen here. This is going to run here. Now this ends up being a perfect bunt, but there's several things I want to talk about as this thing plays.
I don't know how this guy got this down.
Play it. It actually hits the chalk and kicks back in too. Now, when we look at another angle right here, freeze that for me, please. All right, so what's going to happen? And this is actually amazing because this ball hits over here, hits the chalk in here, and rolls fair. But what Bobby Witt's going to learn when he plays this game, and first of all, I think it's been a little bit unfair for Bobby Witt Jr. to come up because he's played third.
He's moving all over the place,
Then he went to
right?
short, and he played third. So that's his thing. What's going to happen in his career is he's going to realize when there's a bunt play put on and this guy squares, he's just coming. And when you come, then you yell, "I got it!" That means there's no way a pitcher's going to catch one and look at third base. You're coming in and removing him from this. But you can see his first step goes back. And anything that's going to be in this dirt area anyway, I don't care if he breaks perfectly this direction, he's not getting it. He's not getting it. So this is going to be the opportunity. You come in, you take the out, and you can do some things. Play it. Watch this ball hit that chalk, too. That's that paint chalk that's hard. Oop, knocks it right back into fair territory. That's good camera work, people. They usually yell when they get too close.
This is perfection right here. Sandy Leone getting it down. Zach Greinke knows I got to give up the run right there and take the out at first base.
This is good.
So you get the out because Greinke knew it was the second inning. Who cares?
Okay, pause this for me real quick because I wanted to add
Is this your man
on.
on second? Yes.
Well,
okay.
because there's so many variables to this. First off, I can't tell people at home how hard it is in a first and second situation. You have to get that bunt down the third baseline. If you bunt this ball at first base, the guys like Anthony Rizzo come in, get it, boom, going right towards third base.
Let me go one step further now because here what we've done too is as soon as you see this,
yeah, you got a little shifty.
As this guy is concerned, you know the wheel play's not on, and let's
can't be on
the wheel. If the wheel play happens, that means the shortstop's usually over here. This guy's charging hard. This guy goes to third base. All right, so the wheel's eliminated. There's one place and only one place to bunt this ball, and it's up to him to do this. If you make him field the ball, successful guy goes to third base.
But okay, here was always my problem. If I'm this guy, I wasn't a get out of the box hot guy. So I didn't want to get thrown out at third.
So in other words, you cheated a little bit.
I would cheat with my aggressive secondary and leave myself exposed to run this.
Especially with that dude standing right behind you.
Come on, Franchi, don't hang me out to dry. So you got to trust in your teammate that he's going to get it done. It's up to him to get the bunt down, not up to him to get to third.
Right. Johnny Oates told me when he gave me the sack bunts as many times, it's your job to make the guy walk to third base. That's what I'm putting on you. That's your job to bunt it to the third baseman and make that happen. If a guy got picked off second base, Johnny was hot. He'd say, that's not on you.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't do his job, you can't get to third base, and I understand that as the manager.
Real quick.
Yes, sir.
You said something. I think sometimes we have a tendency to overanalyze the game. You had one bunt play. Where was it?
With Johnny Oates in Texas.
One bunt.
After I played for him in Baltimore, we go down to Texas. We were out there early in the stuff, and we're doing the plays. And Johnny goes, okay, guys, this is what we're going to do. Play one, which means the third baseman's coming in and getting the out.
Yeah.
Period. We weren't doing the wheel with the pickoff because he was tired of watching us put on plays and the execution not being there. And I think in today's game especially, with all these so-called defensive versatility where they play here, they play there, then he goes out to right field for about a month, then he comes in and plays second base. Yep. How do you expect him to understand what a bunt play is? You cannot do that. So if you just make it simple, third baseman, you come in, remove the pitcher from the scenario.
Get him out.
First baseman, come in. Second baseman, get over there to first base. And we're good. We're going to get me an out because then you have managerial decisions. I'll walk the next guy, or I'll put it on me, and I'll say I can get him out. Either way, I have options as a manager. If my pitcher turns around, tries to pick off somebody at second base and throws it in center field, now I got second and third, I'm hacked because there's 0 outs.
Robert.
Really good stuff. Excellent. Bill Ripken, used to delivering under pressure.